a new year and a new direction for the Story Dude Show. Welcome, story lovers, to the Story Dude Show with your host, Jared Dean Winchester, bringing you a new set of episodes for the show in 2024. So let's get right into it, shall we? In the last year or so, I spent the bulk of my time discussing everything wrong with the critics, and I did mention a few things, including the ones that I wanted to do, but never in a million years did I discuss what my ambitions were and where I'm headed in terms of my career, my screenwriting professional career, as well as my voice. People keep telling me, find your voice. Now, when I was doing this, when I was gaining experience and when I was talking to other people while I was in film school, one of the things that I was told, or one of the things that was mentioned in class, was to find my voice. And that is exactly what I've done, spending the last 5 years or so, give or take another year or two, figuring out what that voice is. I even ended up having a session with Tyler Mowry. Now, if you don't know who that is, a very popular YouTuber who's making headway in thinking about the film industry as well as critiquing films and screenwriting in a different way. I've checked out his website, practicalscreenwriting.com, and I believe he offers a course of some sort for professional screenwriters. I would highly recommend you check it out. But coming back to my voice, after 5 or 6 years of me writing scripts, I came to realize while I was watching movies in Shakespearean language, I realized that was actually my voice. Me bringing Shakespeare or Shakespearean dialogue to modern society, to modern content. And I believe this is where my voice lies. But also, I have slowly started to realize that every time films are made and every time a filmmaker makes films, there is no originality. I'm not in terms of the concept or the films themselves, but there is no originality in the filmmaker. Now, I have mentioned in past episodes of my show about S.S. Rajamouli and how he reiterated or he stated that you cannot make films just for the sake of making money. You have to believe in your story and your characters, and that's how you make great films. And I believe this because recently Hollywood was breaking its head, like face palming itself and thinking to itself, why could I not, or why could Hollywood not come up with movies like that? I specified that part of the reason comes from the critics and the producers, which I later stated was because they are giving away their power to the critics. This is a no-no. When you make a film, I strongly believe, if you believe in your characters and your film, you can do wonders. And you can keep the competition fierce. And whether or not the critic says no, or whether or not you're making it easy for the critics to say no, that's irrelevant. That's besides the point. What is the point, on the other hand, is you believing in yourself. You believing in your story and your characters. That's what I learned from S.S. Rajamouli. And I can attest to this because S.S. Rajamouli has made quality content so far. Now, one of the things that I am planning on doing this year, not just for the show, on top of critiquing movies, I'm planning on doing something a little different. I am planning on making some content myself when time allows it. I'm also planning on focusing on writing. I'm ready to focus on this, and I'm also ready to not pay any attention to any critic, unless, of course, said criticism is constructive. If it's going to help me in the long run improve myself, improve my writing, that's great. I will invite it. I will gladly accept it. But all this time, while I was trying to find my voice, what I started to do, now this is back in film school days, I started to write films where the dialogue was convoluted. Basically, I started writing in all the characters that made some sort of a pop culture reference, which didn't really help the script, in my opinion. And when I look back on it, this is what I feel has happened. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick to the voice that I have discovered for myself. When I sit down and write, I'm going to plan it all. Now, same goes for the episodes for this channel. Now, you may or may not know this, but most of the time, I think up a topic, usually on the day of filming of an episode, and then I report. Comes in naturally. I try to be as spontaneous as possible. I try to be as prepared as possible on that day. Now, when I think about it, but the key in this year for my episodes is to improve the quality of my episodes, and that includes preparation. That includes a little bit of research. Now, research to some extent I will accept. I will agree that there is a little bit of research that needs to be done, but to be honest with you, the equipment that I have doesn't really matter. All that matters is the content I'm putting out here on YouTube. Now, I am considering opening up another channel for discussing other things. But this particular channel, the Story Dude Show channel, is primarily for film, TV, screenwriting, and the whole film and TV business, including reviews and something philosophical, which I always manage to put at the end of my titles. At the end of every episode, the end credits, if you hadn't noticed. On the other hand, I am also planning to bring in either a guest or a co-host for my podcast, which also does the same. Film, TV, screenwriting, and film and TV business, including reviews. But I have more leeway in podcasting, but here in video form, I have to keep it snappy. So for this, I will need to be a little bit more prepared, which I am working on. So my plan for this year is be more prepared for the episodes of my show. Also, exercise my voice when I write scripts. Ignore as much destructive criticism as possible and invite more constructive criticism. So, wish me luck, and I will see you for the next episode. And until then, thanks for watching. I hope to see you more of you in 2024. Be sure to check out my past episodes of the Story Dude Show. I post anywhere between 2 to 3 episodes per month of the Story Dude Show. Until I see you again, don't forget to turn that page. Like and subscribe.